Hello again and greetings from the interior of Alaska and Jerry's Old Guy Review with the traxxas Ultimate Hauler. And I've decided I'm going to do a little bit of a project which is going to be not really a build, but it's going to be a budget improvement. So, as most of you know, I have to detail everything. I just can't leave it alone. So I started digging through everything in the house or the workshop and some things I brought home from work. I am going to, with the minimum, I have spent $140 on 3D printed upgrades that will be coming for this truck, and the name I just could not remember in the last video on the heavy, or the, not the heavy, but the Ultimate Hauler was 110 Rod Shop. That is who makes the, it's not hydraulic, it's electric, to make the rollback work like a rollback. Well, they're out of stock on the rollback, and I don't really know if I'm ready to go that route just yet. But I ordered a bunch of parts from them that they have for this truck. Basically, all the parts they make for this truck, except for the rollback kit, which only equaled $140. And without saying what it is, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts. Everything else I wanted to do with stuff I had in the workshop, or bare minimum, I spent $5 on some brake line. And that is mainly for Blue Cuban, but I dug through all of my bits. Technically, there was some detail and marker stuff that I could have used, that I could have went and bought, but once again, just what I had laying around the workshop. Now, I understand a lot of you aren't pack rats like I am. I save everything. So because, as you can hear, there comes the heat on again. In the interior of Alaska, crazy winter so far. Rain, snow, rain, now cold. So my outside course is covered with a layer of ice. I've got my rudimentary trails cut in. So, not enjoyable when you've got a day off and you wake up and it's minus 18. So, I decided, I did a little bit of tinkering last weekend, so I decided this weekend I was going to go for it. And we are going to walk around, and I'm going to show you the bits and the things you can do with, say, a paint marker that a couple bucks, they last forever it seems, that you can do to make your truck your own. Also, normally I use a lot of crazy automotive style paints. This time I went simple. I've got Lexan paint running around. So I decided I was going to try some outside of the body painting. Use that Lexan paint on the outside. And I will tell you, the Duratrax paint does look pretty good on the outside. It is not super shiny. So I said, screw it. And then that way I have the paint to mend things. So as we're looking right now, you can see I went with a two-tone paint scheme. And all I used was a gunmetal Duratrax paint for the top coat. And I used a little, I have this old, it is old, Pacta, what the heck was this? Pearl white, just to put a little metallic in there over the top of it. And then I had some ancient 3M yellow pinstripe. And I decided, as good as I can use masking tape, I was just going to try this. And it was old and finicky, but it's sticking. So we will see how long that lasts. But I discovered some weirdness with this traxxas black chrome, as they call it. So let's go right to it. We're going to move right up because here is the black chrome as it sat. And you know, normally chrome is not friendly to, say, a Sharpie. So what I did was I pulled the complete other side off, and I did with the paint marker. This is the latch assembly, but you can kind of see it, but the view is perfect right there. So look at the traxxas up here, which is just chrome indentation, and then look at the bottom. That is using a fine tip Sharpie. I blackened it out. And just doing the straps on the fuel tanks, you know, makes this whole thing pop compared to the stock. There's the difference. What a difference that's going to make. And that is just a Sharpie marker and a paint marker. Now, as per my normal, you know, silver Sharpie for the lettering on the tires. And man, did we dig into some stuff. You know, I'm going to tell you, let's just throw it out there. Anyone can tell me where some of these stickers came from, and I'll send you out some Old Guy Review channel stickers. If anyone can tell me where that hauler decal came from, tell me where the American Muscle came from. And I'm just going to leave those there. So, masking tape, taped off all the windows. Didn't have any door handle stickers. Didn't have any windshield wipers. So I had some stickers. So, found some wiper stickers, put that on. The front goes all the way down. You know, got some latches. Yeah, let's just break it up with a latch. Door handles, TRX4 stickers. TRX4 stickers, and oh, the windshield wipers and the door lock knobs came from an old RC four-wheel drive body. Took the old traxxas sticker off of here, and that's an Element RC sticker, and then little extra traxxas sticker that came with the truck. Go down into the front, more stickers laying around. You know, it's a tow truck. It's got to have a number. So this is now Echo 27. All of my TRX4s have different colors. I've got gold, I've got silver, I've got blue. Now I've got a red one because it's got red clevis hook in there. And I'm going to show you just what these are. It's a standard D-ring, but they mount into the bumper this way. And I decided I had 3 leftover ones from a TRX4, so I was going to make a red one. Element gave up another sticker. I normally do my Alaska stickers and I cover them with Gorilla Tape and then make the sticker out of them. But you know what? Why bother? I had this Element license plate frame and I cut it out around so it should cover it pretty good and make it waterproof. Boom. Not too much, fancy wise up here. I decided to tape off these raised indentations just to do something with them. I was just trying to break this body up any way I could to make it different. So, have not gotten to the back yet, but as usual, I am trying to improve the fact that I usually just jump onto things and don't let you guys know what's going on. Back here, same thing again, red on the diff, changed out the black D-rings, put some red ones on it to kind of go with the little red motif that I got going on. And, I don't know where I'm going to put a license plate bracket back here, but we'll see. So, nothing really in the backside. Just the wheels again. Just trying to do something to break it up, to make it my own, as they say. And whilst digging, for some reason, when the original TRX4 came out, I've got an extra light bar. And that light bar looks like it's going to sit up top. But you know what? It's a tow truck. So something else I found was I have a My Trick RC. This was a fire truck wiring harness because I was going to do the 802 HG as a fire truck, but we turned it into a recovery truck. So the bare minimum, I got some spacers. They are axial suspension spacers, and I'm going to mount this here and give this a whoopee light. It's got, even though it's got red, hey, whatever. I don't need to stick to a tow truck has just, yellow. So that's going to give me enough clearance that it'll go above the light bar. The light bar will plug right into the factory, traxxas setup. So that's effortless. So let's just sit down here. And I know we're going to be way too close, but put those to the side. Move that over a little bit. And I am going to pull this out. This is brake line. And will it zoom in on the numbers? Yes. This is 3/8 inch brake line. And this is a 40-inch piece. Blue Cuban, you don't need it that big. But we were talking about stacks. So I just happened to find these sheaths from a Tamiya Semi, and with these 3/8 inch brake lines come the fittings for them, where they screw in normally. So I cut this off, shined it up on my wire wheel, and I like that it has a different color on the inside, like it's actually could be an exhaust. So this stuff is too thick for a fine bend. So what I was going to do was, that's why I got a long piece, was to see if I could actually bend it further down from where I was trying to bend it. And that's the joy of experimenting. I've got tube benders, tube cutters, and boom, that right there could be a nice stack that could go on it, you know, someplace. But even without, you know, that's 3/8 inch. It's actually, I'll put it on there for you, Mr. Cuban, but I don't know. I think it could be actually a little fatter. Need something a little thicker than 3/8. But, you know, it fit perfect. And that was crazy. And it won't stay up there, so I can't move my finger. But I got that. I got some 3/8 inch, just in case my bend doesn't work. I actually have some 3/8 battery cable laying around. And you know, if I was to stick the end out a little bit, stick that in there, solder it in, and use some black heat shrink, boom, that might look pretty good. But that was for Mr. Blue Cuban. So I also, because I have a whole box of semi stuff, I've got a couple horns. I've got the old style antennas, Tamiya antennas. And, you know, that might, you know, look right on the truck as its CB antenna. You know, who knows? What else do I have floating around here? Oh, and I did not buy it for this project, so I'm counting it, is I don't have a mount for it, but I did get one of these traxxas plows. That's weird. One of the winches. And, you know, once I ran my mouth on this video, I actually went and pulled this off the shelf and opened it. And yes, look at that. Duh. And I even told you in the video that I didn't have one because I forgot I had it. It's got a Y harness in it, so you can hook different things to it. But meanwhile, I want to run this out the front bumper. So I've got an old RC four-wheel drive Fairlead with the multiple directions. So I'm going to try to put that on the front where the battery tray is up front there and run it out through here. And then I'll have a winch in the front and a winch in the back that can work off of the same remote. Boom. Convenient. So right now, with the upgrades in mind that I have everything I need. Well, until the 110 rod shop stuff gets here. So once again, back to those two stickers. Boom and boom. Tell me where they're from and shoot me your address in the emails. And once I tell you that you want them, and I'll send you some stickers. And that's it for now. The Ultimate Hauler Budget Edition. Talk to you later.